that God blessed him with while in Egypt. That even though he couldn't get back home and have a regular wife and a regular family, when he got married with an Egyptian woman and she had these sons, his declaration was, God has blessed me in a strange place under unusual circumstances to take away the hurt of me missing my father and my family. God caused him to be fruitful in a foreign place.
Yeah.
I'll wait on you. just stop and think about all the places we could have been.
Right.
Were it not for the goodness of God. Should have been. But God is so good. We're suspect, but God is so good. Isn't it wonderful? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ruth chapter 1. We honor God. Ruth chapter 1. I just want to read verses 20 and 21, and then we will see what God has to say to us today. That's right. Ruth chapter 1, verses 20 and 21.
And she said unto them, call me not Naomi, call me Mara, for the Almighty hath dealt very bitterly with me.
Come on.
I went out full, and the Lord hath brought me home again empty. Why then call ye me Naomi, seeing the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty hath afflicted me?
Amen. You may be seated in His presence. In the year of 2020, where every teaching, every message is designed to help us to achieve greater insight above regular eyesight, I want to talk about today, you're looking at it all wrong.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
Most of us, depressed, frustrated, upset, when you examine you, how do you feel about you? What a reflective thought. We all growing up, we had goals, dreams, and aspirations. By the time deep outreach this age, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be working here, I'm going to be making this amount of money, I'm going to get married at this age, I'm going to have kids at this age, I'm going to retire at this age. How you doing? Not so good. You check your surroundings. I thought I would have kids, but them kind. Yeah, I thought I would get married, but I'm just saying what you can't say. But to them, I didn't ever think I would get married again. All right. But you on number. Pick a number. Watch this. And we go to jobs we don't like. To work with people we can't stand. To get a check that don't meet the need. Fight traffic there and fight traffic back with folk that can't drive. And we in the group too. To come to a house every day and not a home because you think that's somebody else's job to make. Come to church but never get in church. Come on now. And you look up, you had black hair and you were in your teens, and now we still have black hair, but we help it. All right. You can dye your hair, but you can't dye your age. All right.
Yeah.
It cracks me up. Women spend all this money to lift their face, but your neck wrinkled.
Uh-oh. Come on.
It'll tell off on you. Just seemed like if you had enough money to lift your face just a little bit further, you could lift your neck.
Yeah.
Look out, man. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. We're looking at it.
All wrong.
All wrong. Did you hear what she said? She changed her name. Her name meant pleasantness. All right, all right. Have you allowed your circumstance to not only change your name, but to change you?
Uh-oh.
You know, it used to be nice easy to get along with. Now, you're so disgruntled and bitter. My God. When she came back to town, don't call me Naomi no more. Why you change your name? Because I'm bitter. And because I am bitter, call me what I am. I know it's tough to change your name because you are willing to attach a permanent name to a temporary situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on now.
Right. Yes, sir. That's right.
Call me bitter because I am bitter. Why? It's in the verse. This is God's fault. Did you see it? The Almighty have dealt very bitterly with me. And because he had treated me bad, I done changed my name to reflect not only the person I've become, but who I really got an issue with. I ain't talking to nobody. Have you ever had a problem with God? Just look straight ahead. I know I'm in the right room. Mad at God because he didn't do what you wanted him to do, the way you wanted him to do it, when you wanted him to do it. Your job treats you better all the time, every Friday, but Monday,
You back in there.
on time. God don't know what we want done. You missed church for 8 years. Who you married to ain't all of that, but you went through 15 or 20 losers just to get them. But you still left. Whoever do the cooking. And some of y'all, and just tell the truth, your spouse can't cook. They're a practitioner. They just be practicing. Because you don't want to fight nobody, you just go and eat that. Your spouse is not from Louisiana. Everything ain't supposed to be blackened. Watch this. Watch this. Listen. Let's unpack this. Here's her complaint. What's your real issue, Naomi? Zoom in to 21. I went out. We're going to examine 4. And I came back empty. This is all God's fault. You ever blame God for some of the mess you done made? He told you don't get it. You got it and then got mad when he wouldn't get you out of it. What kind of God is that? Ain't that something? What kind of you are you? Watch this. Let's go back a little bit. I want to jump up to verse 1. Now, zoom in carefully. Now, remember, she's bitter because the Lord have dealt me a bad hand.
All right.
I'm the way I am in the condition I am because ultimately this is God's fault. And I don't have a problem blaming him. Oh, wow. See, you won't tell the truth on you, so let's just open up the scriptures. Come on, chapter 1, verse 1.
Now it came to pass in the days when the judges ruled that there was a famine in the land.
That's right.
And a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah, went to sojourn in the country of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons.
Now, let's go to work. They are in Canaan, a place God had ordained for Israel to, not temporarily.
Yeah.
Forever.
All right, watch this. Watch this. Here's your first context clue. In the days when the judges ruled. So wasn't no real set leader. It just kept changing. Because the dynamic was, by now, everybody here knows. And that he sits high. This is who's calling the shots.
Yeah.
So whatever we're in Canaan because of, we got out of Egypt. We survived the wilderness. Keep on with all this. We got what we got. We're enjoying what we're enjoying. So that just look like whatever decisions need to be made, whatever I'm considering doing, all to check with
God first.
since I'm where I am, got what I got, and I'm enjoying what I'm enjoying because of God, it just looked like I ought to check with God. Now watch this. There was a famine in the land. Watch these context clues. And a certain man of Bethlehem, Judah. What a paradox. Do you know what Bethlehem means? It means the house of bread. Now imagine that. How does the house of bread not have bread? It's strange, but it's happened. I've gone to Church's Chicken, and when I go to order, they say, "We ain't got no chicken."
What? That's usually Papa.
And God persuaded me, because there's still a Church's Chicken there. We should have burnt that place down to the ground. You're supposed to run out of rolls.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run out of drink.
Yeah.
Sweet tea. You're supposed to run out of french fries. Fried okra.
Yeah.
Corn nuggets. You're supposed to run out of coleslaw. That ain't really good there. You're supposed to run out of napkins. Paper plates and cups. If you ain't got nothing,
Come on.
man, it's in the sign. Churches,
Fries.
bring us in your name. If you ain't got nothing, come on the loudspeaker and say, "Hey, we done run out of everything. All we got is
Chicken.
what's this?" And you're gonna be fine. Because what you came in the line for.
Chicken.
I like some
Put it
fries
in the
and okra and
bag.
all that, but I'll go ahead and take the chicken. Yeah. See, they weren't serious about it. I used to do security at McDonald's, right around the corner. And there were times when it's a meat called 10-100. It's the thin meat. That's what the regular hamburger and the cheeseburger and all that. Not the big. That's other meat. If they got low, Janae, they would start calling other stores who weren't selling. Hey, bring me some 10-100 meat. Because we're in
The burger business.
the burger business, and whatever else happens,
We ain't run out of burgers.
they may not get double quarters and all that, them hot dog burgers, but they on the dollar menu. The 10-100 meat is all the meat that's on the dollar menu. That's what we order from all day, every day. And so they don't wait. Keisha, they don't ever run out. When they go back, Janae, into the freezer, and they grab the last box, a manager's on the phone.
Already.
Hey, bring me some 10-100. So that they don't,
Run out.
you're looking but you ain't listening. How are you in the house of bread with no bread? What's this? He went to sojourn. You're not familiar with that. That's an old English word. It's where we get the word hotel from. It literally means a temporary stay.
Okay. All right.
They went to temporarily stay in the country of Moab. Now, you don't understand this, you gotta be above 40. See, in the olden days, you could be wherever your family is, and money is tight, life is tight. This is what would happen. The daddy would check around about wherever work is, wherever money is, wherever food is, the daddy would go.
Yeah.
Wherever that is,
Yeah.
job, find money, make money, whatever, because it don't make sense for all of us to be a bit struggle.
Yeah, yeah.
And whatever money he make, whatever he accumulated,
Bring it back home.
I hear what I'm saying.
Bring it home.
That's how it was when we were growing up. Now he done went way back before I was a kid. It's tough where you're living, and so you decide not to go and find better resources. You done took your wife and your 2 sons. We're gonna go and live in Moab, a place God never ordained for us to live.
Okay, all right.
Sound familiar? Hey, Mom, can I go to this party? No! Because something bad may happen, I don't want you to be involved. All right, what do? We found a way. Because I don't know where you live. But where we lived, whoever designed the house wasn't of God. Because Sister, my room, the way our house was made, we had a little awning over the kitchen window. It was a slope, a roof that sloped right out of my room from my window, and it would go right to the awning. So you could literally go out my window, go down the roof, jump on the awning, and right onto the back porch and out the yard.
Sound like somebody
Get your own sermon. When you stand up there, you talk over you want to talk. And so, no wasn't just no. No meant I just couldn't go out the front door. Because on days I didn't have nowhere to go, Price, I had to make sure that this route would work. So when Mama was at the store and Daddy was at work, I would go out the door, out the window, down the roof, jump down on the awning, jump on the porch. But see, getting down was not the issue.
That's right. Get back up is the issue.
Because if I can't go out the front door, I can't come back in. I ain't no magician. So now I got to make sure, Mother Deborah, I can not only get out of here with no effort, Rosin, I got to be able.
Get back in.
But see, you got to have help when you're in crime. So my two sisters, don't come in the room and don't be shutting my window. Because if you shut it too hard, it will lock automatically.
Oh,
So if you ever come in my room and the window's up, mind
your own business.
Because I know what you did last week. See? That's how you get to be partners in crime. I don't tell on you.
You don't tell us.
Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Because I'm supposed to be gone for a little while. It says something very interesting in verse 2 that I know you missed. Come on, let's read it.
And the name of the man was Elimelech.
Come on.
And the name of his wife Naomi. And the name of his two sons Mahlon and Chilion, Ephrathites of Bethlehem, Judah. And they came into the country of Moab and continued there.
So, see, you jumped on that. They continued there, but you went right past that. His sons were Ephrathites. You know what that means? Of course you don't. Don't worry about it. I gave this so when we give you a test later, you'll be able to answer this. It meant they were from the tribe of Ephraim. Now here's where you connect dots. That was one of Joseph's sons that God blessed him with while in Egypt. All right. That even though he couldn't get back home and have a regular wife and a regular family, when he got married with an Egyptian woman and she had these sons, his declaration was, God has blessed me in a strange place under unusual circumstances to take away the hurt of me missing my father and my family. God caused him to be fruitful in a foreign place.
Yeah.
I'll wait on you. Why is that important? Because their sons' name tied them to this term. And it was so that then every time they looked at their sons, they were to be reminded, you named them that as a remembrance, I'm able to produce in unusual circumstances.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm the God that can make you fruitful in a foreign place.
Come on.
So if I can do that, then a famine is not a problem for me. All right? Because newsflash, how many of the Bible readers know this wasn't the first time the nation experienced a famine?
Yeah.
You survived all the rest. What made you think you couldn't? But I want you to understand something. How many know what about the famine?
Right.
You know, folk get mad. I'm leaving the church. How many know when they leave the church, it wasn't about whatever it was they said it was about?
Yeah. Come on.
It was other reasons. Now, they'll tell you on the phone later. But what they announced was never the reason why they left. You ain't saying nothing. What's this? It's a famine. We're just going to go over to Moab and see if there's some food over there. Even if it is that the diet God ordained for you? It says, and they came into the country and... Does that sound like sojourn?
They stayed there.
You know, kind of like when you got a friend of somebody that's having hard times. Says, I'm just up against it. Is it all right? I'll come stay with you. Just for a little while. See, I can't put no time on it. She's right upset for a few days. She know that'll jam me up. Because a few days gone.
Come quick.
But see, you can't really calculate A little while.
It was a little
That's
while.
the same as dressed moderately.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
because what's moderate to me
Yeah. May not be moderate to you.
depends on where you come from. See, a strippers used to be naked all the time.
Yeah.
So if she just covered 1 or 2 pieces of her body, that's moderate to her. Now you can't handle it. I started getting it for free. So it's all right if I just stay a little while. You're a good godly woman. Come on now.
Come on
now.
now.
I asked you, can I stay
That's right.
a little while? Because it's your house. Any food in your refrigerator? That is the plan. You're a good godly woman. Okay. Brother in the Lord, come on. You can stay up.
A little while.
Now, 3 years later.
A little while.
I didn't pass out Christianity. She was like, Yeah, I don't know what kind of church you go to, but the kind I go to, a little while ain't 3 years. Yo, what's this? Sojourn, it was temporary, but they You ever ask me, what's your plan? Because see, when you stay too long, I don't have to have one. She's going to make me get one. Now, you've already been there too long, so let me tell you what's going to happen. We're going to pray. Come on, let's go hands. We're going to believe God to find you a job in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
Because on the 3rd day,
Yeah.
like Jesus,
Yeah.
you can rise up out here. All right? Y'all watch this. Everybody on food stamps quick, no raise your hand. That's right. See, Marissa, that was a time you could just go on there and milk the system for you. They don't play them against you no more. They give you a window to find a job. You don't find a job, they're going to find one for you. Now, they ain't paying no money. You got to volunteer, but volunteers, how you going to keep on getting these food stamps for free. Yeah. See, when you realize, oh no. If I'm going to find a job, I'm going to find a job that's paying. I ain't finna trade for food stamps. See? Now you mad, but they helping you. You done come up with a plan, we're going to give you one. Watch this. And they continue. Who's leading this family?
Daddy.
Who nobody else in this house know. He not only knows, he's I'll let you go. I kept you while you was in Moab. But ain't nothing registered to you to say, we really ain't. And you know you ain't. Well, I can't tell you the first party I broke into, the jazz party, it wasn't really nothing elaborate, nothing. But you know, Jesse, I got in and they was dancing, having a good time, and should I end up been in a place like this? So I really don't I don't know what to do. I don't know how to stand. Rick, I don't know having the experience he is. And so everybody that could tell.
You out of place.
So a guy comes up to me I'd never seen, Ken. What you doing here? Who you talking to? Like I'm in the line or something. I can't have a good time, dude. You ain't got no business in here. Hey, man, you don't know me. And you talking moving around. Hey, get away from me. You don't know me. But the questions make me so uncomfortable. Now it just seemed like everybody looking at you, but it just seemed like
Everybody looking at you.
In case I gotta get on out of here. Just in case somebody might really know who I am. Tell my mom and daddy I don't want to have no trouble when I get home, so I gotta get on out of here. That was God.
Yes.
Because the journey I've got for you, it don't include that. Oh my God. Watch this. He should have known better. He didn't respond. Look at verse 3.
And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died.
Wow. Was supposed to die in Bethlehem, Judah, because that's where he was supposed to
be.
Yeah.
Y'all, sometimes it's not just that we die untimely deaths because we are out of the place and will of God.
Yeah.
You were supposed to keep your family there. You led them somewhere else. I kept you while you were there, but you ain't got no sense
To go back.
You just gonna stay here? Okay. You die. What's this?
And she was left and her 2 sons.
Wait! Now clearly the daddy didn't have no sense. No God sense. You out of the picture. Next! No.
The son.
These 2 boys.
Yeah, the son.
In Eastern culture, the mama don't run nothing.
Yes.
It was son. That's why it was so important that you had a son. This is who negotiated your business in the marketplace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Times have changed. You know, when salesmen came to the house in the 60s, in the 70s, as a woman, you could answer the door if you wanted. You know what they were asked?
He's the man of the house.
Where he is.
Yeah.
It don't matter that you might have managed the finances, but guess what? What he know is, it ain't gonna be a yes unless, because if you say it and he didn't, when he get home from work, it's gonna be a problem. I said back then. Now it's a problem. If he come home, you ordered what? Y'all ordered $1,000 vacuum. What you got to say about it? Here it is, the real thing. I don't want no trouble, baby. I'm trying to figure it out. All right then. Be asking me no questions. Just know what time we live in. They wonder why your son, Samuel, act like Samantha.
Hello. Speak.
He got the perfect example. Yeah, he been had 2 mamas.
Oh.
You ain't saying nothing. Watch this. Watch this. Well, the daddy dropped the ball. Let's see will the sons
Pick it up.
say, Mama, I don't know what daddy had on his mind. We ain't so.
Supposed to be here.
Our addresses where not only the people of God are we supposed to be over there, Mama. Let's see what the boys do.
And they took them wives
I see. Come on.
of the women of Moab.
Oh.
The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelled there about 10 years.
Wait a minute. We left because of the famine to sojourn. First time I leave home up there, I'm just going out because I want to have a little fun. And we left the protection and the comfort of mom and daddy's house, went out into the world, and 3 years later, 5 years later, 8, 10, 15, 20 years later, we ain't made it back. And this world is doing a number on us. It ain't about fun no more. Now we tied up and tangled up in stuff we can't even get out of. And trying to figure out how in the world did I get here. Watch this. Now if they stay 10 years, what's on the boy's mind? Not God. Not the way of God. So we're good. The daddy didn't know nothing. And what is clear is he didn't teach them nothing. We done got us some foreign wives, which means we intend on
Staying there.
Yeah.
can't wait to get grown. Get out of my own. I'm leaving this place. We couldn't get grown fast enough. How many remember that? But how many didn't know it was something after time out? Come on. Please. Please, yes. With your know-it-all young self. Come on. Please come on out here. And how many know there was something out there waiting on us? And still getting us? Ain't nobody saying nothing. Watch this. After 10 years, you know, nothing. Nothing. You're looking at it all wrong. What's this?
And Mahlon and Chilion died.
Oh my God! Why they die? See, when you do what people did, you get what people got. you want a different result, Kenny, you better be prepared to do something different.
Yeah.
I caused the daddy to die in foreign land because it should have sent a signal to
Then
you.
you go back. Yeah. Yeah, you go back.
See, I got news for you. We think most funerals is about the dead in the family. Nope. It includes them, but it don't always involve them. See, sometimes the funeral is about you sitting back over there in that corner who think, I can live like this my whole life without any type of retribution. And God is saying, look at that box. They're the same age you are. Y'all went to the same school. Y'all shared the same likes and beliefs. Y'all Facebooked at the same time. But they in the box. And see, while folk are guessing, you know why they in the box. Because you doing. And you know because of that activity, it got them in the box. And if you just keep on with it. Watch this, watch this. Watch this. They both died. And the woman was left.
And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband.
Now remember, when we start reading, who did she blame? How we doing so far? Why we in Moab? Who God was trying to, he knew the way. He decided to go over there. And it cost him. The boys had 10 years to get it together. Well, we spent 10 years enjoying these foreign women. Because there's just something about having something that you ain't supposed to have. And we know how it goes. Mama could say, play in the whole house. Don't play in my living room. I'm by myself. Now it just seemed like the only fun that is to have was in the living room. I'm by myself, Aaron. Because there was something dangerous about it. The mom, well, she got to catch us first.
Yeah.
You know the games we play. Don't go up on the platform. All right, Mama.
Went a little fun.
That's right.
That's like a young little done. You got siblings that scared of Mama and God. Mama said don't go up. She ain't in here. You better get out. You shut up. You better not say nothing. Now you in sin and trying to bring your sibling in sin. Told you. It ain't nothing happening. And we so crazy. Yeah. And then, see, it wasn't about the one time. See, after a while, Price, this is what happened. Mom said, we supposed to be living. We supposed to be on the couch. She ain't shut. Mama ain't here.
Wow.
See, Mama left out the front door. But she came in the back door.
Yeah.
A door that don't make no noise when you open the door.
Yeah. Come on.
Imagine. Just close your eyes and go with me. Imagine enjoying yourself. Relaxed on Mama's brand new couch with the plastic still on.
Yeah.
And you not only got your feet on the couch, you got your feet with your shoes on Mama's couch. Just close your eyes and go with me. Imagine relaxing in the forbidden place. Because when I got up here, Mama was gone to the store. And she normally take about 2 hours. But today she just needed sugar. Which is a quick trip. Imagine my disdain when I wake up from my relaxing stupor and Mama's standing there with the electric cord.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna run. He's gonna
Only one way out.
Because mama in between the door and me. So in order to get out of the forbidden place, I got to, with this electric cord in her hand. What are you trying to plug? I'm going to plug you up. Y'all, how many know all of that could have been
avoided?
You got older siblings who get beat down first. So when the young ones come, let me tell you something. You believe you won't believe it. Mama catch you. And she gonna tell your tale of fine as cat hair. And cat hair is very fine.
Yeah.
How you know?
Example.
That's how they know. All right. What's this? What's this? What's this? So the daddy didn't know nothing. The kids, the sons didn't know nothing. And she says, listen, verse 6, you got to see this.
Then she arose with her daughters-in-law, that she might return from the country of Moab.
Now why you want to leave? When we stumble, we ain't got no business. The grace of God finds us there.
All right, all right.
This is so good. Watch this. Look at this.
For she had heard in the country of Moab how that the Lord had visited his people in giving them bread.
What you claim you left for in the first place. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Who would be talking about Jerusalem in Moab? Ain't that crazy? But when God is trying to help you, Kenny, he can get a word to you in the strangest place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way in Moab, she heard that God had visited his people there. She remembered 10 years ago. Now we left because it was a famine.
Right.
The house of bread, looking for bread. And then found out God that brought bread. Watch this. Watch this. How much help was Naomi's husband to her?
Yeah. Trouble.
See, he's the reason
Yeah.
they're in the situation they're in.
Yeah.
And then, because he stayed too long, he jumped up and
Yeah.
now you can't help her at all. Now it's left to the two.
Sons.
How'd they do?
Same thing.
They didn't help either.
Follow the path that they don't follow.
Wait a minute. Drop down to 20. We're finna go. So on her return, she tells the people who in 19 were shocked and surprised to see, because she had been gone so long. Is that Naomi? The pleasant lady? She said, you can cut all that out. Stop calling me that. My circumstances changed my name and my perspective of me.
Wow.
Don't call me that, call me Mara. Well, that means bitter. Why are you bitter? It's God's fault. Is it? The Lord had dealt very bitterly. Did God tell your husband to go to Moab? He most certainly didn't. Is he the reason why your husband died in a foreign place? He most certainly isn't. What about your sons? Did God tell your sons to marry foreign women? Is he the reason your sons have died? What's this? But you blamed God when the decision makers put your family at risk.
All right, all right.
Here's where I want to settle at and we're getting ready to go. Look at 21. I went out
Full.
full of what? When she says full, you know what she's referring to?
Her two sons and her husband.
That's full? You call this full? That wasn't full. Because full means I got.
All I need.
Did she really have
No.
all she needed?
No.
Because somebody should have had the sense to say, we ain't got no business.
Leave.
We need to get back where we're supposed to be. So, no, Naomi, you're looking at it wrong. You did not go out full. And you missed this disclaimer. And
the Lord had brought me home again empty.
You should have shouted right there. Because you could have died where your husband died. You could have died where your sons died. But the Lord.
Yeah, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
See, y'all, we have friends that smoked weed like us, but they died from it. You survived it. We was with the same man and the same woman, but they died from a disease that you didn't get. And you scratching your head 20 years later, how come I didn't get it? Because somebody in the room was connected to God and somebody wasn't. The Lord brought me home again. Yeah, we missed the fact that you might have had a tough life, but you survived it.
Yes, Lord.
Because God brought you through.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. I'd have been to so many funerals. I can't make it without Mama. Get in the box with her. You don't do that? And what God demonstrates was, see, she's gone because while you thought it was her, it was me in her. And I'm going to show you that not only are you going to make it, you're going to thrive because it was never about your mama no way. The Lord brought me home again. Watch this. You ever read the story of Job? Okay, it's a tragic situation. And people say, everything was gone. No, not everything. See, you missed the goodness of God, Marissa, even in all that. For every tragedy, one worker came back to tell the story. So at the end of the day, he still had 4 workers. Y'all listen to all of this. I ain't got nothing. You got these 4 folks who were not loyal to his money, they were loyal to him. God. What's this? The Lord brought me home again. Empty. What are you looking at, Naomi? Empty because of what? My husband is gone, because that's what I call full. And my sons are dead. That's what I call full. That's what I left out with, and he brought me back empty, meaning I ain't got
nothing.
But you're looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't help you. No. Oh my God. Naomi, you didn't come back empty. Wait a minute. Go up to 15. We're finna go. She told her daughters, I ain't got nothing for you. Because see, when I go back home, as a widow, I can't do nothing. I'm locked out of the marketplace because I don't have a man to conduct business for me. And after 10 years, we've been gone so long, whatever property we had, I got to have a man to even negotiate, to even get it. And as a widow woman, I can't do nothing. So y'all going back to your mom. I ain't got nothing for you. That's what she told him. Look at 15.
And she said, behold, thy sister-in-law is gone back unto her people and unto her gods. Return thou after thy sister-in-law.
Wait. Where was the help of the daddy? Gone. Where was the help of the sons? Y'all, but even in our nonsense and foolishness, God, in our drunkenness, our highness, our hoeing, God will let us hook up with folk in our foolishness that's going to help us on our journey.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Y'all know who Helen Miller is? She's a singer, no matter. But as a young singer, she got involved with cocaine and crack. She was strung out. And the guy that she's married to now, when she first met him, was her dealer. But in the journey,
Come on.
Yeah.
God not only saved her, he saved her dealer, the drug dealer, who is now her husband, and they walked the journey together even now. Imagine that. How in the world could God take a good old godly girl that was saved, Grandma, I'm going to pray for her, and you fool around and married your drug dealer? See, the natural don't make sense, but when it's in God, it makes perfect sense. Y'all, watch this, watch this, watch this. Go on! I ain't got nothing for you. 16, zoom in.
And Ruth said, entreat me not to leave thee,
Would you quit talking like that? Come on.
or to return from following after thee.
What are you really saying? Come on.
For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge.
Come on.
Thy people shall be my people, and thy God, my God.
Come on.
Where thou diest, will I die, and there will I be buried.
Come on.
The Lord do so to me, and more also, if I ought but put death, part thee and me.
Oh my God. Just had on that time. This is what I will tell you. When she says, the Lord do so to me, in the Hebrew, what she's explaining is, I can talk like this because when I met you, I didn't even know who that was.
All right. All
Come
right.
on.
I found out who he was by watching you.
Thank you, Lord.
I'm looking at if I get saved by watching you.
Come on.
Oh my God, I wish you were getting this.
Yeah.
Watch this, watch this. And even in that statement, why are you talking like this, Ruth? Because of the God that was in you.
All right.
I saw how God kept you when you were.
All right.
But I've also been watching how God has been keeping you.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know what life is going to take us, but what I know is I'm only willing to hang with you because it's still some God in you.
Come on
All
now.
right?
Come on now.
Let's pray and go home, y'all. I'm here! I ain't going nowhere. Wait a minute. Her husband nor her sons could talk like that because they weren't with her like that.
All right. All right.
Watch this. I went out full 21, and the Lord had brought me home again empty. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
You came back with more than you went out with.
Yeah.
You're looking at it wrong, Naomi.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got it split. You thought you went out full when you really went out empty. You said you came back empty when you really came back full.
All right. Come on.
Watch this. Y'all know how it works out. Because see again, when they come back, they ain't got nothing. They basically got to beg to make it.
Yeah.
It's barley season. That's man season. Men go out and do the work. Women were housekeepers. Ain't no man. This same young girl says, that don't make sense. Supposed to sit up here and twiddle our thumbs.
Yeah.
You hungry? I'm hungry. Ain't no man. She says, well, I got to go to work. That's not what good Jewish women do. Thank God I ain't no Jewish woman.
I don't know.
And while it was barley harvest, well, wasn't nothing but men out there. She goes out there to do what she can.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Boys comes and see her. She ain't playing. Who is this? They know the goods. That's the wife. That's the foreign woman. She related to Naomi. She's married to one of the sons, but her boy died. And ain't nobody helping them. She been out here all day working and ain't been taking no breaks.
Yeah.
Really? Well, let her keep working. He didn't give her nothing.
Come on.
She has to work to show Naomi that she was better than her workless sons.
Okay.
And she worked. Now he helped. He said, listen, y'all don't get it all. He said, drop something on purpose.
Yeah, yeah,
So she can get it.
yeah.
And he told her, don't go nowhere else. You stay right here. I've commanded the men not to bother you.
Yeah, yeah.
See, he had to do that because sexual harassment took place in the workplace even then. But it stops when you got a godly boss. Watch this, watch this. And she kept bringing food, and she kept bringing food, and she kept bringing food, and she kept bringing food. And now they making it, and now they making it. And then Naomi realizes, this girl need a husband.
Yeah.
But she ain't in Moab no more. She been helping me all this time, but she don't know the Jewish way.
Yeah.
All right. I need to help her get a husband.
Yeah.
And so after all this interaction, not a regular husband. Y'all boys have money. She said, listen, he liked to drink. She said, let me tell you something. This is a cultural thing. She said, he liked to eat, he liked to get drunk, and then he gonna lay down and go to sleep. That's an old Jewish woman thing. You young girls don't know nothing about this. Wait till he get drunk and go to sleep, and then go and uncover his feet and lay at his feet. Because it's hard to sleep when your feet cold.
Yeah.
I can get no help in this room.
Yeah.
When he wake up and see you laying at his feet, it's a sign of honor. Because as a woman, you could have been laying next to him and take advantage of him.
Come on now.
But the fact that you stayed laying at his feet shows him you're not a gold digger.
Yeah.
All right. I'm an honorable woman. If I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do it right. So when he wakes up and sees her at his feet, he's startled. Hey, who are you? She identifies herself. But watch this. I ain't here for no foolishness. Naomi has told me, you're my kinsman redeemer.
Yeah. Come on now.
All right. I wish somebody was getting this. Watch this. I'm only here because of what the culture says.
Yeah.
I need to marry you so that I can have a son who will take care of me and my mother-in-law.
Yeah. Come on.
This ain't even about your money. Wow. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Well, there's somebody closer to me. See, if she was about games. No, I don't want him. Ruth don't care who it is because I'm about the business. Because that's what my mother-in-law taught me. Y'all, the other man didn't want it. He saw that poor woman when Boaz said, hey, redeem her. Oh, yeah! I sure will redeem her. But you got to raise up seed to her dead husband. Oh, no. That's going to mess with my will. Yeah. Because see, my current wife, she ain't going for that. No, I can't redeem her. You go ahead on. Watch this. And y'all, he redeemed her.
Thank you, Lord.
Married her. And she produced a son that the Bible says Naomi nursed. Wow.
Come on.
You missed it.
We got it.
You got to have something to nurse a baby.
Yeah.
I got to go. You got to have something to nurse a baby.
Yeah.
Am I getting why that happened? Because she told Ruth in the exchange, this is what I'm telling y'all to go back. If I had a son,
Be too young.
y'all ain't going to wait for me to nurse him for them to grow up.
Yeah.
Oh, you think this is something that's too hard for God, huh? Ain't nothing. Imagine that. She brings this boy, you nurse him. Ain't that a mess? When it's God, you got something to nurse with. So that the baby knows and understands, I'm the product of Ruth, but I'm connected to Naomi.
Yeah.
Y'all, you go back and check the story. She didn't stay Myra the whole time. Ruth caused her to go back to the woman God ordained for you to be. All right. We have some low points in our life. But if the right people are in our lives, God will use them to recover us and restore us to the person He has originally ordained for us to be. If we're going to see it in 2020, let's see it the right way.
All right,
Amen.
We went into the world empty, but God brought us back full.
Amen.
Because for most of us, we got saved while we were in the world.
All right.
Father, we thank you and we praise you for your word and for insight. That we've been blaming you, blaming people. The fact that I didn't have a mama, I didn't have a daddy, I didn't have no education. I was raped, I was molested, I was this, I was that. And yet you have sustained us in and through all of that. To get us to this point where we could recognize it's been you the whole time. And while we always want to focus on what we've lost, why don't we take time to thank you about what we've gained? You get the glory, all the honor and the praise. Thank you for helping us to see it the right way. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.